Right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nick, and at Powercoders, our mission is to organize the world's information and... No, hang on. That was my previous employer. Right. Our mission at Powercoders is to provide intensive, focused, front-end software engineering courses for refugees with the goal of getting them permanent professional integration into the workplace. We've been doing this now for about 3 years in Switzerland and are beginning to expand internationally. And the reason why I'm here today is to talk to you a little bit about what we do and how we hope that you will be able to volunteer and help us. So what we're going to be doing in Zurich, starting at the beginning of September this year, is starting our next 13-week coding course. So we're starting to take applications from refugees and volunteers now. And the thing that sets the Powercoders course apart from many of the other sort of programming academies that you may be familiar with is this goal of professional integration into the IT labor market. And in order to do that, we don't just focus on the teaching. We also work with companies that offer internships. And then through the course, we provide an opportunity for the companies and the students to meet and for the students to be interviewed by those companies. And then if the student meets the hiring bar for that company, then hopefully they get accepted into an internship. And of course, an internship is effectively a very long job interview. So the vast majority of our students then go on either into full-time employment or into further education or an apprenticeship, perhaps. So far, we've been pretty successful at this. To give you an example, I recently wrapped up teaching at a course in Basel where we had 20 students. Of those 20, 19 were accepted for internships. 18 of them have already started. One of them we're dealing with some paperwork snafus at the moment, but he should be starting with his in a few weeks' time. The companies that we work with tend to be impressed by the quality of our students. So we had an event for Basel where we had all of these companies come in and meet our students. One of the companies there was UBS. They had offered 2 internship spots. After meeting our students, they doubled that to 4. So we're feeling sort of pretty good about the course. So how can you guys help us? So there are basically 3 possible roles that we're looking for people to help with. So the first is as an IT trainer. So imagine there's 20 students in the room, and there's me up at the front teaching. This leaves me massively outnumbered. So I need more people in the room, both to help the students when they're working through exercises, and also to be the people who can spot when there's some student off in the corner maybe who hasn't quite got it and they're beginning to check out of the class, and maybe jump in with another explanation of how something works, something that's going to work for that student. Or just say, okay, we need to cover that material again. If you're interested in volunteering as a trainer, the time commitment that we're looking for there is 2 or more half days. So that could be obviously 1 full day or 2 mornings or 2 afternoons. You're smart people, you figure that bit out. The second way to volunteer is as what we call job coaches. So we work with these companies, we try and arrange these internships for the students, and then when they go off and start the internship, we don't wave goodbye to them and say, hope it works out well. We pair them with a job coach who's going to act as sort of a coach and a mentor for them, and we would like previous coaching or mentoring experience if you're going to apply for this. The time commitment there is to have a meeting with your mentee at least once every 2 weeks, ideally once a week, while they are in their internship. So this is like sort of a 6, 9, 12-month commitment to meet with the company at least once a month, and to sort of meet with us periodically just to check in And obviously, if you are having any concerns or things that you don't think that between you and your mentee that you can solve, then to escalate to us, and we'll have our full-time staff step in to help. So that's trainers and coaches. And then the last opportunity to be involved is if you are a company that offers or could offer an internship, at which point, obviously, we want to hear from you. Now, signing up for this at this point does not represent a commitment to then go on and actually volunteer as a trainer, as a coach, or if you're a company, to then actually host one of our interns. I really want to stress that for companies. We do not require you to take an intern. We're effectively acting as matchmakers, and then they go through sort of your normal interview process, and it is up to you as to whether or not you take them. We're in the process of getting the next Zurich course ready now. The actual course will start on September the 9th, I think it is. That will wrap up on December the 6th. So trainers is that sort of September through December period where you might be involved. For job coaches, it would be from late November onwards. And for companies that might want to offer internships, you might want them to start in mid-December, but realistically we expect that will be from January onwards next year. Okay? Now, this is the abridged version of what is normally almost a 30-minute talk, so I imagine some of you will have questions. If you do, I will be around for the rest of the session, so please do just come up and grab me. Okay? Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.